Salvete omnes, this is Emilio, also known as TheMartianGeek, and welcome back to another episode of Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex. Once again, we're starting off by taking care of some unfinished business from last time. We're in level 5, compactor reactor, right before the second checkpoint. We have 77 Wumpa Fruit, 53 out of 150 boxes, and 44 extra lives. And see this bonus platform here? I completely missed that my first time through. Yeah, I could have gotten the gem on my first run through the level, and I didn't. That's kinda sad. It's not as heart-wrenching as it would be if this were actually a difficult or irritating level. Like, this one's pretty decent, so it doesn't matter that much if we have to do it a second time, but still. That's not even the first time I remember overlooking that thing. I definitely recall missing it even in casual playthroughs. The thing blends in uncannily well with the scenery, I swear. Well, whatever. Here's where the 33 boxes we were missing came from, anyway. Not on the yellow gem pathway. So I guess while I'm here, I can take the time to discuss Nintendo's latest offering, Metroid Dread. Nintendo Dread, yes. Just because it came out pretty recently, and I won't be playing it on this channel, in case you're wondering. For one thing, I've never actually tried to record Switch games with my capture card. I don't know how well that would work, or if that would work. I hope so, but just for potential future projects. Yeah, I just don't tend to be a fan of Metroidvania-style games, including, naturally, Metroid itself. Like, they're a neat idea in theory, but in practice, in my experience, I just tend to spend way too much time just lost, not sure where to go or what to do next. And like, I get some people like the feeling of exploration and figuring stuff out, but for me, I guess I just figure, if I'm going to be spending that much game time just wandering around, wondering what I should be doing, I'd rather just spend it playing a different game, frankly. Not to mention that this game in particular implements stealth and survival horror elements, which I'm even less of a fan of than Metroidvania games. And it also, annoyingly enough, requires you to use the analog stick for movement in a 2D game, which doesn't exactly endear me to it either. So yeah, basically, Metroid Dread, don't think so. I'm not into Metroidvania games, I'm especially not into stealth or survival horror, and I don't like it when 2D games require the analog stick for movement. I don't know which of those three things is the biggest turnoff, honestly. I'm leaning toward the second one, but the whole package certainly doesn't do it any favors. I'm not really sure why they had to use the analog stick. Like, I heard it was something about the new aiming system, but I feel like there are ways around that. They had another stick for one thing, and the Switch controller has plenty of buttons. Surely they could have done something different than that. Different from that. Like, if your controller has 8 action buttons on it, and it's not enough for you, you might need to simplify your control scheme a bit. Just saying. Anyway, we're at the end of the level. 95 out of 150. And now it's 150 out of 150, and we get the gem. So yeah, we're not here to talk about Switch games or even PC games. We're here to talk about a PlayStation 2 game released in 2001. Can you believe that was 20 years ago? Wow, I feel old. Yeah, that's Warp Room 1, if not clear. At least we got all of the gems. Well, I mean, actually, yeah, we did get all the gems, including the 2 colored ones. So, time to move on to Warp Room 2, the water elemental one, with levels 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Starting things off with level 6, Jungle Rumble. Hello, Wawa.
Bandicoot, you've got some nerve setting foot into my domain without an invitation. Don't talk back to me. I'll fix that attitude problem of yours.
Yeah, each of the masks has a different personality. So whereas Rocco was your typical bully type, they seem to have gone with more of a drill sergeant deal for Wawa. Interesting thing about Warp Room 2 is I feel like of the 5, it fits the theme by far the best. Like Warp Room 1, it was Earth-themed, but there really wasn't that much in the way of Earth-themed levels. Like level 5 was, I guess, with the minecart and the drills and all. Ow. Well, that was lousy. Yeah, just gonna do that. Not a great start to the level, but yeah, I realize that technically any land-based level can be Earth-themed, but like there weren't any mountain or cave levels or any of that. Whereas here, we're already dealing with a rainstorm in a jungle, and we'll see even more water later on. We have 150 boxes, just like in compactor reactor. And honestly, this level feels like one of the more traditional style ones. It changes late in the stage, but at least for the time being, it very much gives me the old-fashioned Crash Bandicoot vibe that you'd see in, like, Crash 1 or 2. Well, that was dumb. It's also not that hard of a level so far, but that doesn't mean it won't give me room to act like a complete ninny. Oh well, we already got the 1-up from it, and then proceeded to lose it, and my Aku Aku. Guys, there's like enemies in front of me. This level's so tough, what do I do? I guess while I'm replaying the section of the level I already did, I can talk about this game's soundtrack, and honestly I feel like it has one of the better soundtracks in the Crash series. Maybe just because of its diversity. Every level in the game has its own theme, unlike, well, the three before it, where every level with the same theme would get a particular track. Like, I have mixed feelings on that, I guess, because I feel like giving every level with the same theme, the same music, kind of unifies them a bit. But doing it this way does give us a lot more things to listen to, I suppose. Okay, up to 23. So, that's 1-up. Gonna go up here first. And slam Crash's face first onto a metal crate. It's okay, he's a platformer video game protagonist. He can take a lot of punishment. Let's see, is there anything to the left here? Oh heck, can I actually drown there? I'm surprised I can't, honestly, but it's a good thing. Keep thinking I can go off to the sides. I always rather did like the river stages in Crash 1 and 2. Man, that's a lot of slot crates. Well, okay, I think we've only seen 2 so far, but still. You usually only get 1 per level. Okay. Oh boy. Were those just regular old boxes? See, you even have the stuff off to the sides that Crash 1 sometimes did. I wonder if this was a deliberate attempt at a nostalgia level. So there's our checkpoint, or at least another checkpoint. And there's a vehicle up there. But first, bonus room, or bonus area. And let's not miss this one. At least it's more conspicuous, I suppose. $49 boxes, huh? So either there are a lot of nitros or this is a long dang bonus room. Well, we already have gotten 2 1-ups so far, so... here we go. So, which button was it? L2? So here's a case where the Nitro Snake ability would actually be useful. If I could actually remember what button I set it to. Okay, well that's kind of... Seriously, which button did I put it on? Oh, there we go. Rather an awkward location on the keyboard, but here's one of the handful of places in the game where you actually use the Nitro Sneak ability. Wow, 3 1-ups. And just about to get a second one with how many Wumpa fruit we've been getting. Crouch jump to get up there. Do not body slam that box. See, that's hard to get without hurting yourself. I think we're almost through. And the remaining boxes should just be... Oh, never mind. Yeah, that was a lucrative bonus room. 130-some Wumpa fruit, 3 1-ups. Whew. You'd think it was suspicious video game generosity, but I don't think the rest of this level is that much of a problem. Like, we're on a vehicle, and... Ow. I say it won't be that much of a problem, then I immediately get run over. Yeah. It's a vehicle level, and we're dealing with a chase sequence. My favorite things. So that is the accelerator, right? Okay. So, as with the dragon, you don't have to worry too much about getting all the boxes because the stampeding herd of rhinos will kindly smash them for you. But obviously, if they do that, you don't get the rewards, so still at least try to get them. Those boxes I probably don't want to run into. Checkpoint. Wait a minute, did I miss that one? Okay, so apparently that's one box that it is possible to miss. Okay, 116. I guess when they're not chasing me, I don't really have to hold down the accelerator. And now I do. And when I think about it, I wonder if this game is tied with Crash 2 for number of chase sequences. Because there is one level 4, and I know there's at least one later in the game. At least they're not for an entire level, though. But I think Crash 2 still has this game beat as far as, like, total distance traveled while running toward the camera. Yeah, this is where it gets a little trickier, because you have to maneuver in between nitros like that, and... yeah. So is that it? I do believe that's it. We get the power crystal. We hope we have 15 more boxes. There ought to be enough nitros for that. That was really late in the level for a power crystal, too. Alright, we did get the gem. So yeah, not a bad level at all. Obviously, I like the part where you're not getting chased better, but... as chase sequences go, it could be a lot worse. And the time trial time for that is 2 minutes, at least for Sapphire. So moving on to level 7, Shell Shenanigans. You know how I said it would get even more watery later on? Loading screen interrupting my monologue there. Yeah, so now we're dealing with an entirely underwater level. You know we had to have some of these eventually. Especially when one of the warp rooms is themed around water. I mean, come on. We have 99 boxes to get. And the water levels in this game are something. I think I like them even less than Crash 3's because they tend to be longer and even more spread out. At least we have some nice music to listen to, though. Oh no! Oh, and they also have these mines, which tend to catch you by surprise if you're not at the top of the screen. I think they control pretty much the same as Crash 3's, which is to say not great, but not the worst underwater controls I've had to deal with in video games. I suppose the scenery is rather nice too. Okay, how the heck did that count as me getting hit? I was very clearly spinning. The checkpoint 1. 8 boxes. I feel like we should have more boxes by now, but I guess there aren't as many in this level as there were in previous ones. I don't think there's anything over here, but yeah, that is a strange place for a mine, I gotta say. Yeah, I know. Here, fishy. Die. Yeah, I probably won't be getting every Wumpa fruit just because it's so awkward to line up your hitbox. Yep. I mean, at least those things don't move very fast. I suspect there are more of them, though. Dang it, again, I thought I was timing that correctly. Also, why would they put the boxes that you have to jump on underwater? You cannot jump on things underwater. Yeah, I figured they'd hide a mine in amongst all this seaweed. Well, there's the seashell. Have we encountered any shenanigans yet? Are there more mines? There's one. Yeah, like, I feel like the underwater levels in this game are even slower than Crash 3's. You have to be so careful. Well, what can you do, I suppose? It's just they take so long that I kind of run out of things to say. Nothing there. And that's a rather odd place for TNT. Checkpoint. See, the real thing that sucks about the underwater levels in this game is doing the time trials, because those take forever. At least we don't have to deal with those for a good long while. Yep. I don't think they ever hide anything up in the tops of these tubes. Oh, wait a minute. Well, I hope there wasn't anything below either. I don't think there was, but yeah, now we have a vehicle in here too. It controls a bit better than Crash, but it's not any less fragile. So let's try to do a little better this time. Now that I think about it, that boink sound when you land on the TNT is oddly similar to the sound from bouncing on the balls in Toy Story. I did a Let's Play of that back in 2013, I want to say. It's been a while. It was before I had my current microphone. So is there anything down here? It's not even possible to go down there. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, this thing has an actual attack. Press square to shoot and X to drop bombs. And I think it controls a little better than base Crash. Basically, simple four-directional movement. Instead of waggling about. You can actually shoot the mines, not that it tends to do you that much good. I suppose you can always just spam shots in front of you, but I feel like they don't... You can't do that as much as you can in Crash 3, even. You cannot. This game is curtain fire shooting game. Also, is that stripe in the middle of the screen supposed to be there, or is my emulator acting up? I feel like it has to be the latter. Uh-oh. Okay, up to 41. I just have a feeling I'm gonna miss boxes. And of course, missing boxes in a level that takes as long as this is much worse than, say, missing the bonus room in level 5. Yeah, I see you there. Come at me. Okay, so that goes there. Again, why did they put mines in a place where you don't actually have to go? And have no reason to go. Another checkpoint. Oh yeah, and the divers can shoot at you, so be wary of that if you leave them on the screen for too long. So I think we want to hit this first. Ow. And not hit that. Did not see that nitro there until it was too late. And then we want to do that. Yeah, I guess you can also get rid of nitros in your way with this thing. Then finally, get the 2 extra life crates. Well, I think I figured out why this level has 99 boxes. Because of these nitro puzzles. How many up? Oh, wow, we're up to 91. So hopefully the remaining 8 should be... uh-oh. Ah, nuts. Well, that checkpoint wasn't too long ago. If only I hadn't hit the nitro up ahead. Die fish. I guess there's no particular reason you need to shoot that thing, but... Okay, got those? Got them. I got that. And got that. Okay. Is it supposed to be this dark in these tubes? I guess one issue with the way the submarine handles targeting is it counts Wumpa Fruit as targets. So that can get in your way if there happens to be Wumpa Fruit and an enemy ahead of you. Okay, 94 out of 99. Surely there are 5 nitros that we can blow up with the detonator, right? Yeah, I guess the Wumpa Fruit thing is another reason you can't really spam attack. Okay, we got the gem. Now if we can just get out of here safely. Yeah, not a fan of that one either. Like I said, it just takes way too long to get through. If it were half the length it was, it would be fine. At least there's only one other underwater level in the game. And no, it's not in this warp room. So yeah, that was 2 levels, among other things, and given the length of that second one, I think that was quite enough for one episode. So I will see you in level 8 next time.